Yeah, I think it's possible. It's certainly possible, and certainly we're able to do more than what we're doing right now, which is quite lacking. I think we can all agree. Um, it's an interesting conversation, right? Because a lot of the other domains that you might think about, for instance, the first one that comes to mind for me is medicine, right? Medicine in some ways also grappled with a lot of the same questions that we're thinking about, at least at a high level, maybe centuries ago or something, right? Where we're thinking, okay, what diseases are we going to focus on, and how are we going to actually even test for them first, right? And how are we going to go about the process of like coming up with something that we think is a solution and actually making it accessible to the public, right? And currently it definitely has a good system for making sure that we don't hurt people in the process of doing that, um, making sure that we have full confidence in what we're putting out there, right? And that's not a confidence that we have within AI. um, but I think it's not going to be easy to just take what some other domain did, write that down, and then say, okay, now this is what we're going to do. I think because this is a different domain and it's a very new domain, what we're going to do has to look different than what other domains have done. And so I think these conversations that we're having are very important in determining together as a community what we think is important and how we should go about doing this. And I think that it's great that we're having these conversations. I certainly think that more can be done. I'm not confident exactly what that might look like, but I think it will require a lot of testing before we put things out there. Because right now I think there's just a lot of, here's something that I think works, I'm not going to put it out there, and not a lot of checking in between. I think it's going to involve maybe a lot of feedback from other stakeholders, including just random people who might be impacted by it, other organizations that might want to use this tool, other parts of computer science and other fields, and so on. So I think it will require a lot of conversation. So these are just sort of some ingredients that I see as being helpful, but I'm not exactly sure exactly what it might look like.